You'll need your answer sheet and a pencil. You'll need the clinometer you just made. Remember, it has to dangle below. It should look like this. You'll need another person. That's actually the most important part because this is too much to carry and you need someone to help you measure things. You'll need some kind of measuring tape. A ruler is not going to cut it. So you need a measuring tape. The taller your tree is, the longer you're going to have to use your measuring tape. If it's not long enough, just mark where it ran out and start over again and add those two together. And then you'll need a way to measure the circumference of the tree, to go around the tree. I really like these flexible fabric things. They're like $3 in the craft section of a lot of stores. If you don't have one of these, you can also use string or something that's not stretchy. Yarn is a problem because it can stretch and then it's hard to measure later if it was stretched or not. So something that doesn't really stretch, this string doesn't stretch, and you can wrap that around the tree and then measure how far that was. Or another really great option is if you have kind of a long charging cable that will fit around the tree, you can just wrap that around the tree, mark how big around the tree was, and measure that with your measuring tape. So get your supplies and your helper and let's head outside and measure some trees. You find your tree, here's my tree, and you've got your clinometer. What you need to do is look through the viewpoint, holding with just one hand so your hand's not in the way of the plumb line. And you look until you see the top of the tree through the straw. And then you have a helper with you, and you need to move either forwards or backwards until the plumb line is going exactly straight up and down. Do you see that? So if it's going like this, then you'll need to move a different direction. If the line is like this, you'll need to move a different direction. So you adjust until it's upright while you are looking at the top of the tree from where you are. This is the place where that was. And then this is when you need a helper. Once you have found that magic spot where this is straight up and down, you need to stand still, and this is where your helper comes into play. They will measure the distance from you, the center of you, so it's in line with your eyes, so you'll step on it with the measuring tape with your foot to the center of the tree, like this. All right, perfect. So you measure up to chest height. So for, I believe that's 147 centimeters, which is right here. And then, hopefully your tree isn't as bad as this, you measure around at that height, the tree. Make sure your results are in centimeters. So this tree is 58 centimeters in circumference. And then you write that down, and then you head back inside to do some calculations.